Nil draw, second time in as many days, Aurelio. How did you see it all play out?
Probably pretty similar to the last game, pretty tense. I think as a spectacle, it was a decent game for the supporters. Pleased with our guys for sure, on the back of what happened last week. So really pleased with the commitment and the intensity, the way they work together. That was, I've got to give a lot of compliments to the team for that. They really dug in deep. We probably could have been a little bit cleaner in our mid and front third. We've had many games in the past where we've created a number of chances, but also on the back of it, also conceding a lot of chances. And tonight was a little bit different. We conceded a lot less clear cut for them and didn't really create a nice number for us. But saying that, Lex hit the post, Tills hit the bar, Terry had a good chance, that Izzo made a great save towards the end. But we could have been a little bit cleaner. But in saying that, from where we came from last week, it was a massive difference.
Did you have as much of the ball as you would have liked? Often I know City do like to have a lot of it.
Probably this game, no. Yeah, generally, we're a team with high possession, yes, of course, but we have to remember Tills came in for the first time. He has zero match rhythm. Lex has had zero match rhythm. Andy's just coming back now. Second start. Who else was there? Sammy also for the first time in a number of weeks. So more or less they're starting their engines again. So that they do need a little bit of rhythm, but I think that's a nice platform for them.
Talking about the lack of the ball there, you did almost grab it in transition at the end. You talk about Terry's chance as well as Leo's as well.
Yep.
Is that maybe another facet to your game, or are you that you can maybe look to exploit when you're getting Tilio and Lecky back in, or do you want to get back to the high possession as quickly as possible?
No, I think all those aspects are important. You know, yes, we're a team that want to keep the ball, but trying to be effective, not just keeping it for keeping sake. And transition is all part of it, both ends. So we've scored many goals in transition this year. Obviously, we've copped a few as well. But I thought we could have probably been a little bit cleaner in those moments.
You meant Lecky and Tilio starting together, and they did show some good signs in the first half. I mean, Lecky especially was throwing himself about with abandon at times as well. That has to be encouraging for you as a coach, knowing that you're going to get these guys for 10 or so weeks and really get, the best. Hopefully, get the best out of Lecky and Tilio.
Just would? No. Yeah, well, of course that's exactly what we want. We had that nice period, 10, 11 games unbeaten, with almost the same team, and then injuries, people coming in and out, and sort of lost that momentum, and now we've sort of restarted again with those guys back, and we have to try to get that rhythm again with these guys. Of course, Lex is a big player and important cog in the team. Tolly's still to come back as well, so that's a positive in a couple of weeks. Tills will get more match minutes. Obviously with Andy as well, and then the beauty and the headache is that Leo and Marin are ready to go as well, and especially Marin has only just come back as well last week and again this week, so another one who needs some more minutes. So we've got a array of riches there in the wide areas, so sharing the load is going to be important.
Yarkley's had quite a fiery encounter with Jason towards. Did you sort of? To my eyes, he looked quite lucky to avoid a red. Do you have to have a chat to him just to, maybe just calm down?
Well, after that, yeah, of course. Yeah. But you know what these games are like. Mm. There's always one moment where it sparks up, and tonight was no different.
Mm. And Scott looked like it looked like a calf, was it? So that's going to be a couple.
It's a calf, yeah. So, yeah, he just was standing there, went to plant his foot, went to take off, and he felt something in the calf. So we'll have to get it scanned tomorrow and then assess.
The early feel is that it's, from the medical staff, probably will be a week or two, possibly, maybe more.
I couldn't tell you.
Too early.
Yeah. I just spoke to Scotty then, and that's what he told me. So we'll have to wait until the scan. We weren't again prepared to give Vicente much game time tonight, if any. He's, again, another one without no rhythm. It's always difficult in the January window getting someone who's fit and ready to go, because if they were fit and ready to go, they wouldn't be they wouldn't be seeking a loan. So again, I think he showed some things, and again, pretty rusty, to be honest. I think last game he played in early December, then with a 3-week off season and a month of a reasonable pre-season. So of course he's going to be well out of match rhythm, so he's going to need a few weeks.
Obviously, you've only had 4 points out of your last 18, but it does sound like there is possibly, it sounds like to me quite a bit of optimism from you, what you could do with this new reshaped team heading towards the final.
It's horrendous, the month or so, the 5 weeks that we've had. But I think this was a nice positive sign. We've had a couple of heavy weeks over the last fortnight, and the intent, you can really see that they were up for it, and if you're not up for a derby, then you've got a problem. So we got to try to keep this momentum, try to keep this intensity, working as a group. I think that was a much better sign tonight.
And what was your reaction when you heard the fire drill at half time? What was going through your head?
Was it fire drill, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, not sure. I think they spent another 3 or 4 minutes longer in the dressing room than they needed to, but it was all fine.
I just wanted to ask you about how your squad's kind of been built in this January transfer. You said how it's a good headache for you to have with having options at the wing. Do you still see Lecky as being mainly a winger in your team, or do you want him to play more centrally like he did tonight?
I think he's going to be a bigger asset for us in the midfield at the moment. What he showed tonight, just with his physical strength as well, adds a little bit more strength to the midfield. So, we'll have to see when Tolly comes back. And our wingers are classic wingers anyway. So, Teals, Leo, Marin, Andy, we probably got that side covered. I think the strength we certainly need in midfield.
And then with Tolgay, how do you think you can balance both him and Lucky in that kind of advanced midfield role together, or...?
After trying to fight away, mate.
Yeah. I mean, just generally, Tulio's first start tonight, just how do you see his performance?
Hey, look, he was a little bit rusty, and he was really superb and really sharp during the course of the week, and keen to go. But you can just see a couple of his touches. He knew what he wanted to do, but it was just, I think, just a little bit of rust. It's been, I don't know how long it was. Got to be at least 5 or 6 months since he last played. So that also takes his toll. He's in pretty good shape, to be honest. He's fit, he's lively, he's sharp. Look, that's going to do him a world of good tonight.
Just first time I've spoken to you since Tolgay's sanction actually came through. What was your reaction to it? I think it was 3 matches, was it?
Yep. Probably better than what most expected. So it is what it is. I think what's important is he's been emotionally on the roundabout, up and down over the last couple of weeks, because obviously needed to know what was going on, and he's had a lot on. And I think what's clear now that the sanction is there. He has to accept it. He's taken it, and now he can just focus on getting himself back into a good routine. He hadn't trained that well also in this period because of that. So it's clear, it's done, he's accepted it, it is what it is, and now he can refocus, getting himself in the next couple of weeks some nice training into his body, and then getting ready for selection again.
Has it just helped? I know he was battling that toe and the various injuries early in the season. Has it been any sort of opportunity to reset him or build him up in any sort of way, or was he fine before?
No, that toe's been just been clear for a long time now, so that hasn't been an issue. It's just the emotional roller coaster for him over the last couple of weeks. It's I don't know the process in terms of when the governing body looks at it, when they set a date, and then when he went over there on, when was it, Wednesday. We all thought it was going to be done by that night, and dragged on to Thursday, and then dragged on to Friday. So clear, it's done. He's got a couple more weeks, and ready to go again.